And we're back.
Yes. And we're back.
Welcome back to the Cavalry, everybody.
Oh, folks, you don't even know the lengths that we go to put this show together, to get it going. Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Right now, yeah, Andrew's on a ship. I am actually kind of drunk. So we are in good shape.
Overcoming obstacles that we create for ourselves.
That's right, folks.
Poor decision making by both of us. Wait, why are you I thought you had COVID. Why are you kind of drunk?
Well, that's why. I'm supposed to be in Indianapolis right now, but I'm home with my family and my mother-in-law, and we got these have you ever had the Cayman Jacks mixed drinks that come in a can?
No, I do not drink those kids for sophomore high schoolers.
Oh, okay. Well, I do. And we switched brands. We normally drink those, drinks for high school sophomores, but my wife got these Mai Tais that are from Cutwater. It's a brand called Cutwater, and I had two of them, and they're strong.
Well, and also, I feel like any drink you have is going to get you drunk after you run 16 miles and eat pixie sticks for dinner. Like, yeah, you're going to get pretty loaded off of one or two Mai Tais.
Well, no, I had chicken parmesan for dinner that my mother-in-law brought.
Sounds
and
good.
I did not run today. The last time I ran was the night before I tested positive for COVID.
So you've been taking it. Well, tell us about that. Are you feeling okay? Do you have any symptoms?
I feel fine. I have not had any symptoms. Neither did the kids. No symptoms at all. My wife had terrible symptoms.
You sound like Jimmy Stewart playing a drunk in a Christmas movie.
Why?
You're doing like the old-fashioned hiccup, like in the movies, the old movies.
Yeah.
When they're drunk, you're like actually doing that. I've never seen.
Well, I didn't know I hiccuped, but I didn't have any symptoms at all. And I was so bummed because I was supposed to. My first time doing the helium clubs.
Yeah, I know.
My first helium club. I was doing Indy, and my whole family had it. It started with Phoebe, and then Edie and Aaron, and then Duncan got it, and I was like, I can't. There's no way. I've been sleeping in the basement. I've been staying away from everyone, masking in the house. I'm like, I just can't get it. I can't cancel this week. And then I got an email from the club on Tuesday that said our hotel is booked up because of the Indy 500. So we're going to offer you a $150 per night voucher. Well, there's no hotels that are 150 night, that are less than a half hour away.
By the way, what an elegant solution by the Indy Helium, where they're like, hey, we cannot find you a hotel in Indianapolis, so you go find one for 100.
Right.
Why do you think I have a magic wand?
Yeah, I know. So I looked and I was like, there's no way. So I wrote them back and I said, do you guys have any relationships with any other clubs? Because I just can't find anything for that price. And they're like, oh, have you checked Verbo or Airbnb? And I said no. And so whatever. So the next day on Wednesday, I was like, whatever. I found one for like $175 a night. I booked it, non-refundable. It was a fire rate on, Hotwire. An hour after I book it, I test positive for COVID.
Why did you test if you had no symptoms? Just because you thought it was responsible to keep testing?
I guess you're right. I mean, yeah, I probably should. I guess so. I don't know. I even had to buy the test to do it.
You're the only one left in America trying to make the right decisions when it comes to COVID. So good for you.
Yeah, you're right. I shouldn't have even tested. That was so stupid. Because I don't know. I would hate to spread it to people, but I never had symptoms. Who knows if I'm contagious or what? But so I had to call them. Whatever, they were understanding. I did call Hotwire and got them to cancel. They were like, "Oh, it's a fire rate. Those are non-refundable." And I told them I'm like under a doctor's care for my COVID, and they're like, "Oh, well, we're gonna call the hotel." So they called the hotel. The hotel let them cancel, so they let me cancel.
Oh, so they did.
It worked out, but
I was gonna say those COVID leniency policies for companies seem to only go one way.
Oh,
They're
I know, because it says in the fine print, even if you have COVID,
yeah,
there's no refunds.
they're like, we still cannot return your phone call due to COVID, but also you're not allowed to cancel anything.
Right.
Well, I'm glad you're feeling okay. That is a bummer about the club, though. I know that feeling. It sucks, but I'm sure they'll rebook you quick. And
Yeah, I hope so.
that never happens where they just forget and you never get.
Right. And they stop responding to your emails.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that never happens. I'm actually going to do a club, this Cape Girardeau club. Do you know that one?
No, where is that?
In Missouri. It's outside of St. Louis, a couple hours. And
Oh, you told me about it. What's it called?
booked before COVID, and then it was like one of the first ones that canceled because of the timing. It was like in March 2020
Oh,
or whatever. And then it took this long to rebook. So that's your timeline. 2 years.
2 years.
2 years,
Okay.
you'll be right back in there. And also, I happened to rebook it when flights cost like $1,000 to go just
God.
about anywhere. So I'll probably break even on the whole deal.
Great.
But
Oh, that was another thing is I had just reordered shirts and had them shipped to the hotel, that they, said was sold out. So I had to talk to my shirt guy and he got it redirected to my house. So now I got $1,000 worth of shirts.
Canceled his reservation. Send us a bunch of shirts. Did he feel bad?
Yeah.
This is why I've apologized.
Now the staff is wearing Johnny Beaner merch.
This is so nice of this guy. I wish more people would send us shirts that say Johnny Beaner on them when they cancel them. I can't. I brought with me an aggressive amount of DVDs to
Breakfast Stealer?
Breakfast Stealer. Patent pending.
Right.
Copyright. All copyrights held. Breakfast Stealer DVDs to sell on the ship, but turns out no selling DVDs on the cruise ship anymore or any.
Is that a new rule?
Yeah, because of COVID. We wouldn't want to spread COVID on this cruise.
Oh my.
I mean, the insane guys, we're on here, baby. I don't know what to tell you. This is like ground zero. You're on a cruise ship. You just kind of have to go, but they don't want the hand-to-hand interaction. I mean, it makes on paper it sounds right, but when you zoom out and look at what we're all doing,
right,
and everything, it's kind of stupid. So now I have to go home with all these DVDs. I was packing them. I was like, it's kind of tight, but on the way home, I'm gonna have lots of room.
Nope.
Sure. Now I'm just gonna hand them. I'm gonna leave them in lieu of tips for my room steward.
Yeah, do that.
You try and sell these back in the 70s.
So once they open it up.
Yeah. So, well, I'm sorry, buddy. That is a bummer though. But everybody in the family's okay. Kids,
Aaron's better, and Phoebe actually her time, enough days went by, so she went to daycare yesterday. Was yesterday Friday or the day before yesterday? Yeah, no, yesterday. So we'll see.
All right.
Things are all right. Things are all right.
Things are good. Things are good. This is like I said, I'm on this ship. It's my first week. Of course, the ship is where Johnny and I became fast friends.
That's right. Oh,
things are a little different. We have I have a balcony now.
I know, that's crazy. Can you show it or no?
Yeah. Well, here, let me turn off no one at home is going to see this, but we can.
And nobody listening will see this, but that's okay.
Background. Okay. There we go.
Is the room bigger than normal?
I mean, there's a couch, but there was a couch before.
Yeah.
See?
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. You can hear the seagulls if you're listening with headphones on.
I heard that.
I have to keep.
Yeah, I like that TV. That TV's perfect for a Nintendo Switch hookup.
No, and I don't have my Nintendo Switch. And
what are you doing until 5 a.m. every night?
I'm actually going to bed quite early.
What?
Yeah. And I watched Ozark. I downloaded Ozark on my phone.
I finished it. Did you finish it?
What did you think? Let's spoil it.
Did you finish it?
Spoiler alert. We're about to spoil Ozark. So if you've not finished it and you want to, turn this off.
It was. I know. I won't. It was fine. I'll just say my opinion. It was fine.
It was awful. I regret
Yeah.
every
Yeah. I'm on your team. You're right. You sold me. It sucked.
because let me tell you something. As somebody who quit after season 2 and then got badgered, my mom basically badgered me into watching the whole. So then I had to go watch season 3 and season 4 and the season 5.
Yeah. It's an easy show to fall out of. I'll tell you
Dude,
that.
and then it's a slog. That season 3 is like every episode. It felt like homework. It's like, oh shit, I gotta go
Yeah.
back to Ozark again, or else if I don't catch up this on this cruise, I'm never gonna finish it.
Yeah.
So that was
So you're disappointed.
and yeah, and then they kill the only fun character. Ruth is like the best character. They kill her off at the end. You look at you.
What?
Don't
What episode was that?
the final episode. Did you finish the show?
Wait. Okay. So this is total spoiler alert. Does the show? I hope I'm. Maybe I'm not done. Did the show?
Tell me this
Doesn't
is
it-
happening.
Doesn't it end? I feel terrible that we're spoiling, but this is a spoiler alert.
I gave a spoiler alert.
Okay. Doesn't it end with the private investigator saying, I have proof of everything, here's the ashes, and then the son has the gun?
Yes, and the scene before that, the mom of the Mexican cartel shoots and kills one of the top 3 main characters, Ruth.
Ruth?
Yeah.
Well, that's right, and she doesn't back down. She's just like, whatever, you're going to do it, right?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. Yeah.
It is incredibly low.
What? What?
I mean, what is going on? That was like, honestly, if you cared about, I didn't know. It would be one thing if you're like, oh yeah, I think I saw that show a couple years ago. I don't really remember. But you just told me you just finished it.
I finished it like Thursday night.
That is,
and I had forgotten that Ruth died.
Think of those writers who are like, oh my God, this is gonna shock people. We're gonna get some letters about this. We're gonna kill off one of our favorite characters. Oh, everyone's gonna be so mad. Then they go to a party and you're there. Yeah, great ending, guys. What did you think about Ruth dying? Who? What happened?
She died?
Oh, that must have been in one of my Mai Tai breaks. Sometimes I go to the fridge for a Mai Tai.
You know what? That brings me up to that's a perfect transition into one of my pre-show banter points about how bad I am at reading. Now this is like anticlimactic because what we just talked about was me not retaining something on a show. But I was about to talk about how bad I am at reading retention.
Okay.
You know that, do you have the book or have you seen the book, The History of Stand-Up by, I think, Wayne Fetterman?
Yes. Yeah.
So
I was listening to the podcast. And no, I lied. This is funny because it's like your topic. But I lied. I listened to some of the podcasts. I did not even know there was.
Oh, is it called The History of Stand-Up?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, okay. But I had just started it.
Okay.
And then I was talking to someone, a non-comedian. They were talking about, oh, I wonder how comedy started and like where stand-up started. And I was like, oh, actually, I'm reading a book about the history of stand-up, and I just read about that. And they're like, oh, well, what is it? And I was like, I don't know. You know what? I don't know. I think there was something about vaudeville, but there was something before vaudeville. I don't know what it was. So I added nothing. I added just enthusiasm and excitement and then no content.
You let them know there is a resource out there where they
right.
question if they had adult reading.
Right. Yeah, I read it and I thought, oh, that's interesting, but then I just didn't retain it at all.
Isn't that the worst feeling in the world? Because you're like, I did all the work, the hard necessary work to learn a thing, and then it was just gone. And it's like,
and I couldn't ask for a better opportunity to celebrate my new knowledge because it came up like 2 days later.
Unbelievable. And like, so because I think I talked about that before, but it's like, sometimes I'm like, man, if I had like infinite time, I could read every book ever written and then I'd be the smartest man in the world or whatever. But you wouldn't. You'd just forget. you know what I mean? The last couple chapters, you're only as smart as your last like 3 or 4 chapters,
Right.
you know, because the other stuff
Yeah.
gets pushed out. So it's
Yeah.
actually futile. If you lived for infinity years old, you would still be just about as smart as you are right now. Isn't that a depressing thought?
It's very depressing because I am not that smart.
I mean, you're a smart guy, but you don't know how stand-up got started. Were you curious enough to go back and check? Are you still
No, I was just mad. I was just like, why I should have. Oh well, I guess we'll never know. Back to chapter 4 in that same book.
so I came on here and I did not bring a book with me, but I'm like, this is like, if you can't read on one of these things, because normally at home you're like, okay, I've got my work and then I've got Ginger and Heidi, we want to do stuff. And
Yeah.
time fills up really fast. So reading is like hard to jam in reading, you know?
Yeah.
Here, you really have no excuse. It's either read or stare at the wall,
Right.
you know?
Especially if you don't have your Switch.
Yeah, and then I didn't bring a Switch either. So I got 2 books and I so overestimated my own intelligence. I'm using them to prop up my computer, but I'll put it down for a second. I got this one that it's about the pioneers. This David McCullough, he writes U.S. history. This one I can actually read. It's like history. It's boring, but I can read the words. Like I can literally read the sentences and tell what's going on. But I also got
It's a history book.
it's this David McCullough guy. He wrote like 1776 and a lot of those like very popular book by either biographies or U.S. history books.
Oh my god!
It's not like
okay.
a book. It's more of a narrative, you know. But it's boring, but it's like kind of interesting to me. But that one is like at the peak level of how complicated. I also got just because I'd heard this book Ulysses by James Joyce because I really wanted to be like a smart guy and read a smart book. I started reading one sentence and I was like, no. First of all, it's like 900 pages, so whatever, even if it wasn't. But I just want to read the sentence.
Oh god.
I started with
Ulysses. I thought that was like an old the Odyssey.
Like the Odyssey, which I think is even easier. Like I'll just read a random Heva, naked Eve, she had no navel, gaze, belly without blemish, bulging big, a buckler of taut vellum, no, white heaped corn, orient and immortal, standing from everlasting to I mean, it's like there's no. Can you imagine who is smart enough to read 900 pages of that and actually know what is going on? Is there?
That sounds like that sentence you just read sounds like one sentence that could fill a 45-minute English class discussion.
Oh yeah, and they would break it down, and some smart ass kid would raise his hand and tell you, you know, isn't it because he read some shit on Wikipedia the night before or something. So yeah, no, I
fuck smart people.
But I mean, I just need somebody to make the movie or like write the, you know, I want to see like the professor just give me the 45-minute breakdown of what the book is, why it's important, what the story, because like I want to tell people I know what that is because it's like very famous, but yeah, I don't think I can do it. I really don't.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm right there with you. I'm commiserating.
Oh, good. Thank you. Oh, good. I don't feel so dumb.
Don't feel dumb. You have any other what do we call them? Pre-show discussion.
Pre-show discussion points.
Oh, I have one or two.
Okay.
So obviously I'm back into the swing of like, you know, we're going to Alaska. If anybody's curious, it's the Alaska cruise that leaves from Seattle and you stop all these ports. And it seems like they've really cut back on like how long they're in a port. I don't know if it makes it cheaper for them or something, but you basically have like 4 or 5 hours each place. I mean, it's really quick most days.
Yeah.
And we went to Ketchikan.
Okay.
But now they've built a new port way out of town. So it's like you get there and you got to get on this smelly bus and drive a half hour to even get to the little town where you can see the fishermen and then, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
But on the bus right there, they were giving all these fun facts. And the the bus driver, you could tell they're working for tips, you know? So they're like, she's got her little headset on and she's got a couple jokes and, oh yeah, and our high school has to take a 9-hour ferry to play the rival teams. And then they're there for a week and, you know, they stay at their opponent's family's house and we're getting all these facts. Here's the airport. And then you have to take a ferry to the airport. And it's like, oh, well, that's interesting. I was like, you know what? That's like almost like a little free tour. I was like, this is very nice. And so then I tip her or whatever. And then on the way back, you got to take the same bus like 4 hours later. No fun facts, just sitting in silence. And I was like, you used up the port, you know, the driver's going home, I ain't getting any tips because I get used to facts. You got to save half your facts.
You got to save something.
You got to save something for the ride home. And it's very awkward because on the way there, it's like everyone's excited and, you know, oh, we're going and there's someone's talking to you. The way back is just silence. Everyone's like overdressed in their parkas and stuff because I think Alaska's going to be 0 degrees, but it's just like 55. So anyway, saves, if you're in the tourist business and you drive a bus, save some facts for the ride home. That's my advice. Pre-show discussion topic.
Nice. So are you paying for this internet right now?
No, I'm on my hotspot. This is
nice.
Data. Thank you to T-Mobile for being
T-Mobile. All right.
Because this is coming from Canada, but my T-Mobile plan works in other countries. Like Verizon, which is very stingy and would charge me for such a thing.
I was going to say I'm with Verizon. Good to know. Maybe I'll jump ship. I'm all about turning my back on companies like that.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't think I won't do it without tweeting about it.
Do it. T-Mobile's great. You get like little deals. I got major. I know you wouldn't want this, but the MLB app, I got that for free for the year, so I can watch like out of market baseball games and stuff on my phone.
Oh, we through Verizon, we got the ESPN Plus, which is dog shit garbage because all they give you are like soccer documentary. You know, there's nothing on ESPN Plus. There's nothing.
Well, yeah, because they can't take any of the good stuff off ESPN or people would throw a fit. So it's like it's stupid. Right. It's dividing your whole.
Why can't they do both? Why can't they be like, hey, here, it's also on ESPN Plus? It's terrible.
I don't know.
It's all bundled, so I can't cancel. It's very frustrating. Yeah. Anyway. All right, one more pre-discussion point before our topics. I just wanted to defend my ignorance from 2 episodes ago about the lockbox that Amy Miller was talking about. And I was like, well, how do you do the handoff for the key when someone stays in your apartment? She's like, a lockbox. Yeah. Now, I'm familiar with lockboxes from real estate agents. But if it's like just on a chain link fence, what do you think some homeless hobo could just watch you put in the code? Like, I feel like it's just not safe. Your key is still sitting out in public. Someone's got some cutters. They could get in there.
Got these homeless people being like Mission Impossible. Like
all it takes is one. All it takes is one.
Where the numbers were and figuring out like the fingerprints or something. I don't think so.
Yeah, they go like this. They just do a hot breath on it and then shoot some infrared on it.
It reveals where the fingers touched.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's. And if they do that, then God bless them. They earned it. They deserve to go squat in that open house if they did all that. Because the truth is, they'll probably just break in through a window if they really want to get in there.
That's true.
But you know, you what I'm more going to focus on here is that you spent 2 weeks coming up with a counter.
I did not spend 2 weeks. I just have it in my phone because I was like, you know what? I thought of that as I was editing for clips. I was like, wow, I look like a real fucking moron here.
Well, you've redeemed yourself with your hope.
Yeah. Right. Redemption.
But maybe you shouldn't have followed that by saying you don't remember what happens in TV shows or books.
Right after I read or watch.
Well, hey, Johnny, what do you need backup on?
All right, this is a good one, and this is an important one. Okay, this is a very important one. All right, let me find it. So you know those things, you see those ads Well, you ever see those ads where you put like it pulls the toxins out of your body by sticking those like maxi pad things on the bottom of your feet, and then they show them when they peel them off, and they're all black, and they're like, "Oh, that was in me." Ew.
Yeah.
It's just you put these things on the
I'm
bottom
not
of your
thinking
feet.
that.
You sleep with them on the bottom of your feet, and then in the morning you pull them off, and they're all full of black shit. I I just think that's stupid. I think it's bullshit. I don't know what chemical is in these little sticker pads, but listen, until they came around, it hasn't been a problem. They're trying to solve a problem that they are creating. And I think it's I don't think it's I don't think it's it upsets me.
Of course. And also, if you just stick any cloth to my foot for long enough and you pull it off, later you're gonna go, ew. It's gonna
Thank you.
be gross.
You're
You
gonna
know?
go, ew. Yes.
I mean, your feet, you know what I mean?
I totally know what you mean. And I don't know what it is about feet, or they say, oh, this it pulls the toxins. There's no logic. Why would all the toxins come out of your feet when
And by
you're
the
laying
way,
down?
here's where I tune out. Everything's a scam to me once I hear the word toxin. If I hear toxin,
Okay.
I'm out. Whether it's like, if they're saying, oh, there's toxins in this food, there's toxins in this deodorant, there's toxins in this, you need to detoxify by taking this vegetable juice, or
Yeah.
they used to say that for those cleanses. Like you do the juice cleanse to get the toxins out.
Yeah.
Not listening to after toxins, because nobody who's telling you toxins can say what the toxin is.
Right.
It's just this mystery. Like, remember in like cartoons, there'd be germs and they put like bad guy eyes on them and teeth.
Yeah.
That's what they're talking. Just like pretend evil toxins, but they don't say like the actual chemical or whatever it is that we need.
Yeah, they don't say what it is. They don't say how it's harmful.
What is the black? It can't just be toxins. It's like saying,
Yeah.
oh, we put some goodness in you. We
Yeah.
put nice things inside of you and pulled out the toxins. Well, what are the good things? So
if they were like, this pulls there's feces in your body. This pulls the feces out of your feet.
From your feet. And also, I know there's feces in my body, but I have a whole system where it goes from my belly into my ass and then out of my ass. And that's the system. I don't want it going to my feet. I don't want you pulling it, we got it all figured out.
Yeah. I don't want to have to wipe my feet too. Jeez.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I'm out on toxins forever.
All right, good. And yes. All right. Well, that's a one and done, baby.
Well, it is a one and done. Man, I was going to because you were talking about it's creating a problem. It's inventing.
It's solving a problem it created itself.
Yeah. And this isn't really a topic, but let me just piggyback it on your topic. What have they ever told you to get a mouth guard? Like the dentist? Has the dentist ever recommended you a mouth guard?
No, but they have Erin because she grinds her teeth in her sleep.
Okay.
And she uses one.
She uses one. My wife does too, and they made me get one. Here, let me tell you something. I don't think I grind my teeth. My teeth never hurt. I never wake up going, ouch, my teeth.
Uh-huh.
Keeps me fine. But all of a sudden, Dad's like, yeah, I'm seeing a little wear and tear. You might want to get a mouth guard. And I was like,
oh.
But mouth guards. And by the way, so I was like, can I just get one from Rite Aid? Oh, no. Of course not. You have to get one from us that's laser cut. It's like $600.
Oh, no.
I'm not even going to take it on the road with me because it's so goddamn expensive. So like
Did you get it?
Yeah, because the guy said I had to. But my point is, there's like this epidemic of adults with mouth guards now. And it's like, generations, nobody needed a mouth guard. I think it's the same thing. I think we're inventing a problem. So just for the mouth guard industry.
Yeah. Well, let me tell you, Erin, I don't know if they tried to do that with her, but if they did, she said, yeah, that's okay. I'll do the CVS one. Because every time she has to put it in boiling water, make it herself. And if it doesn't line up, she's like, well, shit, I got to get another one.
She does.
But so she
Oh,
just
so she
makes
does
her
go.
own.
She does the CVS one. Good for her. She's standing up for herself.
Yeah, or you boil it and then you bite into it when it's super hot to make it
Yeah,
40
I did
mouths.
that. I remember I did that with football when we had football mouth guards. And that's the thing. It's like those were good enough for me ramming my teenage head into somebody else's teenage head. That was
Right.
like my only concussion protection. But then, like for me, sleeping at night, I need this 700.
Right. It's not good enough. Yeah.
Now I'm mad that
Horse
I
shit.
can. I figured, well, anyway.
You
And then half the
should
time I
have
don't
just
even
said,
use it
fuck
because
you,
I'm trying to
Doc.
take it on the road. Because like if I lose it, I'll freak out. So like on this trip, I'm not even using it.
Yeah, you don't want to throw it out with your lunch tray like a retainer.
What have you done that?
No, but they always do that in the movies. And Erin told me about that, like when she had a retainer grow. I never had braces or a retainer growing up. Did
Oh,
you?
me neither.
Yeah, Team Good Teeth. I never did, but everyone always talks about, oh yeah, I would throw out my retainer, and then my parents would make us dig through the trash at school to find it because it was $300 or whatever.
No.
Nope.
Also, when you both have mouth guards in at night, it's very embarrassing to try and do anything romantic. You know what I
Oh yeah. Oh
mean?
yes, I do. Once she puts it in, I'm like, oh, all right, good night.
Night's over.
Go to sleep. Yeah.
Sometimes, and then it's like hard, the one I have, it's so formed to my teeth, like it's hard. So then sometimes she'll like Heidi will start talking to me. I was like, I can't talk. So I was like trying to take it
Yeah.
out. And so then I do all the work. I take it out and I go, what? And she's like, oh, I was just saying good night. Good night. I'm like, the 20-minute process of getting it back in.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right,
Oh,
you're up. What can I do for you?
then to kind of what I wanted to talk about. So, are you at all invested in cryptocurrency? I think I know the answer.
No.
No.
No. No. No.
It's like definitely like in the mainstream now. I was watching like because on the cruise ship you have no channel, so I was watching CNBC, and they even have like a little ticker for Bitcoin now. So it's
Yeah.
definitely mainstream. And it's like been crashing. I get like some of them have crashed lately. People lost all their money. I don't know. I don't follow it too close. But here's
Yeah.
my advice. I guess this is what I need backup on is that they screwed it all up with the name because it all sounds like a scam to me. Like every name is like even the name crypto.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Who would want to put their money in something called crypto? The crypto sounds like a fake thing. Like they should
Yeah,
have.
it sounds like a bad guy video game character or
Yeah,
something.
like you would never name your bank crypto or whatever they call these things, like Luna.
Yeah.
You call it like rock, like bank, or fund.
Yeah.
The
Safety.
Heritage Fund Safety Bank. Like that's
Yes.
what it's called. And I feel like if I started a Bitcoin or a crypto coin, I would just do that. I would just call it like the American Heritage Safety Coin, and we'd
Yeah.
clean house. We'd destroy everybody.
Oh yeah, for sure.
They're
For
trying to be
sure.
counterculture or whatever, be like revolutionary, but nobody won't really. That might work for a little bit, but then people are going to sell because the whole point it feels so scammy. So you want to get in and out. If you really want
Yeah,
to get,
exactly. Get in, make your money, get out.
yeah, you got to call it something people want to be around for the long haul. That's my advice to the crypto bros out there. If they're listening.
Yeah. What would be yeah, what would be the best like safest sounding like Heritage the Third Safety Rock?
Yeah, Powell third. Yeah, Thurston Howell. Is that the
Yeah.
guy from Gilligan's Island? Thurston.
I never watched it.
You never watched Gilligan's Island?
No, I mean I'm familiar with the concept enough to know,
It was before my time, but I watched it on like Nick at Night and stuff. I don't know. I mean, you're not curious about the crypto thing at all. You never thought to buy. Did you get in like any of the stock trading apps or any of that stuff, like during the pandemic and any of that?
No. I mean, I sometimes I will like through my like Vanguard. The 500 thing, that for retirement thing I've got. But then I was like, I'll toy with individual stocks,
Yeah.
like the solar panels and like the stuff they mine to make solar panels. I was in and wind stuff, but nothing exciting happened.
Yeah.
So
Well,
I would whatever.
that's what my grandpa told me was that you just buy stocks and just you don't sell them. He's like,
Yeah,
that's
you just hold on to them for
something fun. It's not fun. It's not exciting. You don't check it. You just turn like 66 one day and you have some money and you can go on a couple cruises and die.
Yeah, you cash out. Yeah, you turn 60, you sell all your oat milk funds,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then you
oh,
go
yeah,
on
my
a
oat
nice.
milk. That's where all my money is in my oat milk.
I still haven't. I gotta do that.
Oh
I
yeah,
gotta.
buy now.
I gotta do it.
They're gonna take off. Oh, you want an oat milk update? Can I tell you the
Yeah.
oat milk? The the
What?
the Starbucks on this ship has oat milk. Now it is official.
I don't even know how big of a deal that is.
Well, once it gets, my whole thing is like, okay, they have it in the cool guy coffee shops in Echo Park or whatever in LA. But once anything gets on these stupid ass cruise ships, officially like America is aware of it. The
All
cruise
right.
is like 4 years behind any cultural movement. The music
Oh, so
is all like 4 years old. The comedians' acts are all like 10 to 15 years old. Like it's always like behind. So once it gets on here, it's like, okay, it's ready for prime time. America is ready to consume this.
you're saying I should? Did I already miss? Is it already too late, or should I get in on
No, because the stock is still super
it? All right. All right.
still there's still an opportunity to get in, I would say. And again, it's like that Oatly stock is the only one you can buy. So it's like, I don't know. That's the thing Joe and I were talking about. It's like, is there a way to just buy oats? Literally just oat. I don't know.
Invest in just oats.
Oats. Sure there is.
Uh,
I don't have to figure it out. Oh man.
well, guess what I did on my. So today, today's Saturday. I spent today pulling weeds and being a homeowner. We're gonna redo our garden boxes. Do you do raised garden boxes and
No,
plant stuff?
I wanted to. What I really want to do is plant like food. I would love to get
Yeah, that's the goal.
basil and stuff like that. But Heidi's afraid if we plant food, it'll attract coyotes, and the coyotes will eat our tiny dog. Rudy.
Do you guys not have a fence or a gate or?
We do have a fence, but she's convinced they can jump the fence.
Well, even if they can jump the fence, I don't think a bunch of strawberries in your garden box is going to bring them there more than the dog.
I mean, you're having this conversation with me. I don't know what to tell you. You think I haven't like come back with like, oh yeah, but a few tomatoes? I don't think no. These coyotes,
All right.
you know these
So
coyotes.
you guys are just not going to do a garden because of that?
They have rocket powered roller skates. You don't think they can get over a fence to get your strawberries?
Yeah. Yeah.
They have signs that say help. No, we're not going to grow food, at least in the short term, until the coyote problem seems to be a
All
big.
right.
We're just going to continue to buy our food.
Well, maybe I'll introduce that to Aaron. I'll be like, hey, I heard there's a lot of, like, if we do this, there might be a lot of coyotes.
Well, do you guys have coyotes in Wisconsin?
Yeah, I'm
They're
sure.
over all the cities, they say. Big
No,
problem.
they're. I mean, I haven't seen them, but there's talk of them. So I don't know. People have seen them. There's fucking ducks and deer. I mean, we had a deer in our yard.
That's
So
cool.
of course there's coyotes.
Your dog or a duck one.
That's true. No.
I just like how you turned into like a old Western prospector there. There's talk of them. There's talk of them. They're coyotes, but
I know you got the scuttlebutt.
so you're growing your food.
No, we haven't even started. Right now, it's just basically lawn and then a box with more lawn on it. Like it's just grassed over. So we have to like empty out the whole box because it's just and redo the bottom of it, get new fresh soil. One of them's infested with ants, so it's a big hole. I don't know what you do with the old dirt.
Oh my God. I'm right there with you because we have this little patch in our backyard off the side of our deck that like the weeds are like unbeatable. They've just every year we pull them, they come back strong. It's just unstoppable, these weeds. So
Yes.
finally tried planting stuff there and pulling the weeds, just the weeds take over. So now I've dug up the entire thing and I put in another little patio, like brick patio or something there. But
Yeah.
this time I have another mountain of dirt, of weed dirt that nobody would want, you know. And so I'm just like
Oh,
calling that.
because it's infested with weeds.
Well, yeah, I wouldn't even tell them, but I just, you know, I don't want to give it to the neighbors. So I'm going to be nice and not give it to them. But then, like, what do you do with this dirt? You know, so I'm calling.
Right.
It's not so easy to just get rid of dirt. You know,
You
like,
got to put like a little bit in your garbage each week.
yeah, but that's going to take me months. So, because you can't put it in your yard waste, or else they find it. You know, they think this is too. I got one of those notes one time. This is too heavy, asshole. Take it back. So then I had,
Oh no,
yeah, I got caught. So I had to take my
ours is. I'm about to do that this week. It's so fucking heavy. We tried to put a bird bath and an old fire pit in our garbage can.
in your garbage or your yard waste.
We don't have a yard waste one. There's only recycling and garbage, and they both say no yard waste allowed in either.
Well, your garbage might be okay. They might just garbage guys don't care as much. These yard waste guys snitched on us. They found the dirt,
Oh, okay.
take it. So then it's like humiliating because you got to pour the dirt back out of the yard waste thing, and you know.
Oh,
So then I'm calling all these guys, these hauling companies, because I don't even want to do it. I want to dig it all up and put it in a truck. I don't want to rent a truck. So uh, nobody's getting back to me. Nobody to take my. Finally, one lady calls me back. She's like, "Hey, yeah, we don't really pick up dirt anymore because there's nowhere to take it. The recycling centers, the dump doesn't. You can't take like organic stuff to the dump." So I'm like, "What do you do with dirt?" Somebody says, "She's like, you can make a post on Craigslist and say you got free dirt." I was like, "That's not gonna work. Nobody's gonna come and take my dirt."
yeah.
Then I send out an email to the neighbors. My neighbor Dave, he's like, "Hey, I don't know. You might think me of ill repute." So he's like, "I don't want you to get the wrong idea about me, but if you want, we could get a truck and take the dirt out to the country and just dump it." I was like, "That sounds like an incredible idea."
Yeah.
That's for sure what I'm going to go do is take this dirt
Oh, yeah.
back to Mother Earth and let it be free somewhere else. But it's very hard to get rid of
Why
dirt.
is that? Why would you even think ill repute? You're just putting it back in the earth.
I don't know.
What's wrong with that?
I know. I told him this is the great idea. This is the best idea that I've heard so far. So now I've got to get a truck and drive this like I'm dumping a dead body somewhere. I don't know how far out of town we have to drive so where we won't get caught. But it's funny, like, you know,
You just have to find a place where there isn't a house and just put it there.
no, you'll get these next door people call you up.
Oh my
I don't know,
god.
man. We'll see. He's got the skinny on a location. He's the fixer. So I'm gonna let him.
He's the fixer.
I'll let him decide. But they don't tell you that when you buy a house how hard it is to get rid of dirt. So what are you gonna do? You're just gonna sneak it in the garbage can every month or every week?
I don't know. We haven't done it yet. Yeah, I mean, it's gonna. I guess I don't know. I'll put it in my garbage can. I'll put it in the compost for now. We have a big Are you not supposed to put dirt in compost?
No. You can kind of call this pile a compost pile, except now it's like there's so much dirt and tree branches. It's like it's just ugly. I just don't, and I don't even know how it works composting. Like I assume you have to like actually do stuff to it. You can't just throw a bunch of shit in the corner and call it compost. So I feel like if I am to do that, I should start over. And you guys have a way bigger backyard.
Well, we have a big compost like square that they had. The guy that lived here before had. So it's like, I mean, we have like a compartment that was chicken wire that's all for compost, and I put so much shit in there that wasn't for compost. I think I ruined it. Bunch of tree branches and fucking
yeah. That's what I did too. Because I kind of thought, well, maybe this is compost. Maybe this will be compost. I don't know, but it wasn't. I don't think. And we had one of those containers, just a black container that was completely full. and I guess was supposed to be compost. And then I kind of would put shit in there until now it's overflowing. And now I just want it I just want to get rid of it. Like I just want it to be gone, you know?
Yeah.
So one day I'll take a bunch of stuff to the dump.
Hmm.
I guess if you're even allowed to do that. If anyone knows someone will just come pick up this dirt for me, please.
Please leave us a 5-star review and tell us. Tell us what to do with our dirt.
I don't know what to do with this dirt.
Yeah.
That was your, was that a topic, or was that just like you were thinking you're growing?
What? I don't. Well, was what my topic?
Somehow you started talking about growing vegetables. I can't remember why.
Oh no. Yeah, I don't remember why. No, that wasn't my topic. But we. Oh, I was. Yeah, I was just saying that. I was just saying post show discussion point.
Pre-post show discussion point. Well, Jen, do you have another? Do you want to go again?
I don't know. I don't have another one right now.
Okay.
Do
I'll
you?
Quick one. We'll just call this a pre-post show discussion point.
Okay.
Obviously, there's no like funny way to talk about it, but there's this horrible shooting, horrible shooting at another school. And so then like the reaction, of course, is to push for gun control, which is good.
Yes.
I believe in gun control, you know, but it seems arbitrary which organizations we expect to like chime in on gun control and which ones we let slide, you know, like because I saw a lot of sports teams like the Yankees and some of the basketball teams were like, hey, they were tweeting out, you know, shooting death facts and gun control facts, and there's different companies, you know, would change their logos to the orange sort of to support whatever the Brady bill or whatever that stuff is. And but then like other shows, we don't expect, you know, other things we just don't care if they. And some people got mad at some other people. And they're like, hey, why aren't you doing this?
Oh, because they're not talking about it or not bringing it up.
They're not bringing it up enough. And I'm like, I feel like we have to be consistent for everybody, you know, like if you want like, let's say the Milwaukee Bucks or the Green Bay Packers to tweet out or post about gun control, you've also got to expect it from like the Piggly Wiggly and, you know, or like Wheel of Fortune, like Pat Sajak should say something, you know, like you got to bring it everywhere. That would be my point.
Yeah, or they should have like a thing at the beginning of Ozark, sending their.
They should write it.
Your favorite shows,
or just like into violent video games. That would be really funny if like Call of Duty
pop-ups.
Like, hey, by the way, call your senator before you shoot these Nazis.
Yeah, call
your senator and ask for reasonable gun control laws. Maybe that is video, because they always try to blame those shootings on video games or whatever. Everything, guns themselves. Maybe that's the way the video games could respond.
Yeah, it's so sad. Like it's embarrassing. But like I was trying to watch Jimmy Kimmel, you know, he did a thing on it, and so I typed in the YouTube search, I did shooting Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah.
And there's like 12. Yeah. I have to scroll through. Oh, which one? Hold on. Oh, you know, it's like, oh my God, how pathetic.
It's awful how quickly we move on and forget. It's like we're talking about it now, but by the time this podcast comes out, no one will be talking about it anymore, which is kind of weird. Yeah. The Kyle Kinane has a great joke that I saw get passed around, where he starts doing a gun joke about guns in America, and he's like, but Kyle, he's like, you're thinking, but Kyle, this is for your special. Aren't you worried a school shooting joke won't be topical anymore? He's like, no, I am not worried. Whenever you're seeing this joke will still be topical. And that was like, it blew my mind, because I was like, you know, 10, 12 years old, that bit.
Yeah.
It was getting around again. So also, I mean, I don't know. It's like, I'm in no place to question like police work or whatever. And, you know, all this stuff's been coming out. So I'll leave other people to criticize the actions of the sheriff's department. But
Yeah.
one thing I will say is that if you ever fuck up at your job, like as bad as they did, and then you have to come out and explain yourself, it sucks to have to do that while wearing your dumb cowboy hat. Wearing these stupid, I'm the sheriff. And then they have to like, why didn't you go in and save those children? Well, ma'am, that's not rightly for me to know. When you're like wearing these big stupid hats, you're like, can you just take the fucking hat off and have a serious conversation? I can't take anyone seriously wearing a cowboy hat.
Yeah, can we have this? Can we have this meeting without your costume, sir? Can you take the costume off?
It is. That's what it is. It is not a uniform. It is totally a costume. It's like you're not on a horse, you know. Just take. It off. What are you doing? Maybe that's.
God.
I don't know. Spend some of the hat budget on metal detectors at the school or something. I don't know what the answer is. Stupid hat.
All right, we got 10% of the budget going to hats.
We got all the money going to hats. These budgets are bloated.
We got 15% going to mustache wax.
And all the rest is going to chaps.
Oh, wait, we got 2% on spurs.
Yeah, we gotta get some good rope and some jerky.
Yep.
So, you know, I know there's more important aspects to that story, of course. And again, better, smarter people can deal with it, but take the stupid ass hats off. Take them off. You're going to give a press conference. It's going to be on 9 different news channels at the same time. Take off your cowboy hat. That's my advice.
Take your silly hat off.
Like, can you imagine if like Garth Brooks and is like, you know, he comes out of, you know, there's like a lightning strike at his concert, and there's like 25 people dead, and it comes out in a cowboy hat. You'd be like, yo, Garth, show some respect. Take the hat off.
Yeah.
Just take your cowboy hat off, just in general. I don't even care if it's a somber event. Now I'm just anti-cowboy hat. Unless you're literally riding a horse. I think this was actually a topic I had maybe once. But unless you're on a horse or a bull or lassoing something, just take off your stupid hat. I beg of you.
Right.
Okay, that was it.
Well, I'll back that topic up. I for sure.
Yeah. Thank you, everybody, for listening.
Thank you for listening. Do you have anything you want to plug?
Yes. Again, I will be in doing a little run through Asheville. So I'll be in Asheville, North Carolina, and Savannah, Georgia, and Charleston, South Carolina, in June, like the week of June 15th, 17th, and 18th, I think. So you can get those tickets on my website.
Sounds like you're doing a tour through cowboy hat country.
No, these are all the hipster towns inside cowboy country. So I'll be safely driving my rental, my Kia Sorento or whatever.
Nice.
Trusty steed.
Yes.
My Fiat or whatever they give me. But yeah, so those I need to sell tickets to those shows, guys, because flights are so expensive. And if I knew they were going to be this expensive, I might have not set these shows up. So please buy
AndrewSlater.com. Can they get tickets through your site?
Yes. Yeah. That's
there you go.
You know anybody, I know, you know, send them my way. Okay.
All right. Mahomet, Illinois on Saturday, June 11th. I'm doing 2 shows for Yellow and Company, 6:30 and 9. Check out my social media for details.
There you go. And watch Johnny's new special.
My new special, The Journeyman.
The Journeyman. And have you gotten views?
Stand-up Journeyman. Oh, that's the thing. I don't know if I've been calling it the right name. It's actually called The Stand-up Journeyman.
Oh, The Stand-up Journeyman. So if you're searching on YouTube, Have you checked?
Yeah,
Did you got like comments and stuff?
I haven't looked at any comments, but it's getting some views, so that's good.
All right. Well, go watch it. I'm gonna go watch it.
Yeah. All right, do it.
All right,
Pass
that's
the time
it.
on the ship.
Yeah, I'll watch your part. I'll watch the whole
All
thing.
right.
Okay, thank you everybody for listening to the
Cavalry.